Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Anthony here in the drum room, and I have mission 3 today with the ProMark Project 151. Mission 3 is comparing my usual sticks that I play with and the new Select Series RBs and FBs that Project 151 is all about. So, I have a whole bunch of sticks here, and first up, obviously you see the regular Project 151 sticks. Here's a pair of Vater Stewart Copeland Standards sticks, which I typically play with. And let's get this up to the camera. Let's see if we can focus on that. You can see how I tend to chew my sticks up a little bit when I play, because I play hard and I do a lot of rim shots, and it eats the crap out of the stick, and you can see that. And I found over the years that Vaters actually tend to be one of the heavier duty sticks in terms of longevity. Here's a good pair to show you another difference. These are Vater Los Angeles 5As, basic 5A sticks. Here's another pair of Vic Firths. And I really like the Vic Firths because the feel in the hand is great. They're nice and light. The tips that they have on them are great. However, Vic Firths tend to disintegrate pretty easily. These are, let's see, 5A and a 5A Extreme. You can see the difference in tip length, basically. Just a little bit longer on the extremes. And then a good old ProMark Neil Peart signature stick, which I play with for a little bit, made out of the white oak, the Japanese white oak, and let's see, I don't know if you can get that in there. Okay, and you can see this guy got pretty chewed up as well. Kind of hard to, there we go. So, anyways, the ProMarks compared to what I'm typically playing with now, which are the standard Stewart Copeland sticks. I'm going to do a couple videos with you. Here's a pair that I'm playing with of the Stewart Copeland sticks. And if you look, you can see these guys have gotten chewed up too. The tips are also starting to break off a little bit. You can see right there on the side. So really the question is, how do these stack up to the new ProMarks? So let's take one side by side, take a look at them. Big difference, obviously, we got 5B versus 5A really. Length is about the same. The tip difference, you can see the ProMarks have that nice little acorn tip. The Stewart Copeland Standards actually have a almost kind of in between a ball and an acorn. It's a little bit different, and they are about the same length, maybe a little bit longer on the ProMarks. Just maybe about a millimeter or two longer on the ProMarks. So if I had a pair of 5A of these new Select Series to test, it would be a much more accurate test, but I don't. I only have the 5Bs. So anyways, I'm going to do some playing with them and give you my thoughts afterwards. Alright, so we got here the Vater Standard Stewart Copeland sticks, which I really like. They last a long time for me. I play very hard. I hit the rims on almost every beat, every tom hit, every snare hit. I tend to hit the rims on, and as you can see, they get chewed up pretty good on them. And the ProMarks, of course, these are a little bit thicker, so it's kind of hard to determine which is better, to be honest. But if you look, you can see the necks. There's quite a big difference in the taper here between the two. The ProMarks actually have, these are the, I'm comparing right now the RBs compared to the standard Stewart Copeland sticks. And the RBs, the taper on the neck is a lot thicker and starts almost at about the same spot as the Vaters. But we're going to go ahead and play a little bit, and I'll give you my thoughts afterwards. So first up, my usual sticks, the standard Stewart Copeland ones. great length for me. The diameter is awesome. And again, they hold up to the abuse. I play hard, I hit the rim on every rim shot, and they don't just fall apart. I found in the past, big firsts especially tend to blow up on me real easily, and the Stewart Copelands at least last a little bit. So next up, we'll play with the ProMark Select Series RBs. In terms of stick marks on these guys, I'm starting to get a little chewed up here on the necks, and this is only after a couple times playing them, but it's really not that bad. They honestly, you got some good dent on here, but I'm playing pretty hard, and they're actually not denting in, which is kind of impressive. Usually by this point in time, after playing with them, you see some pretty decent marks on them, and we're not doing too bad. They still feel pretty heavy to me, and it could be because it's a 5B versus a 5A. It would be nice to try 5As, but don't have that ability right now. So these are the FBs, or sorry, these are the RBs. We're going to do the same thing now with the FBs. Quite a difference again between the two, FBs versus RBs. The FBs are just far too heavy on the front for me. I feel like it's a lot more difficult to do some fast single strokes with them. There's definitely a lot more weight up front. Again, we can take the two, and you can see the taper difference between the necks. Here on the left we got the RB, here on the right we got the FB. And you can see the FBs are definitely much thicker up front until they start their taper up there. You got a much longer taper on the RB, which helps lend to the difference there in the feel. So again, I still like the RB, so I'm going to put these FBs to the side. I play with the RBs for most of it now. And we'll do some songs.